Having a safe place to live is essential to any child, any elderly person, any adult. Any family needs a safe environment to grow up in so that they can understand life. You want to raise your kids, and I know my mother definitely wanted to raise her kids in a home where she knew they would be safe, where she could keep them from harm, where they didn't have to worry when they went to sleep at night whether they were going to have a meal when they woke up or whether they were going to have a home.
But Vizel Lavender did worry. While raising her children in substandard housing in a dangerous neighborhood, Vizel searched for a way to provide a safe home for her family. She found her salvation at Habijacks. Since 1988, Habijacks has built more than 1,800 affordable, high-quality homes to those in need. In 2010, Habijacks began a revolutionary new initiative that would concentrate on not only building homes, but in renovating and revitalizing homes in a concentrated area of Jacksonville. Habijacks calls this new initiative NRI, Neighborhood Revitalization Initiative.
The vision of NRI is a transformational change in one particular neighborhood by working with the residents, the members, the communities, addressing their needs, and then for us to provide other housing solutions other than new construction. We would drive up and down the neighborhoods. We would see that we had lots of abandoned homes next to our new homes. So we decided that we needed to have a different approach.
The philosophy of NRI is that you address the community as a whole as opposed to addressing an individual's needs. You attempt to improve the lives of all of the residents and make it a sustainable community, one where values and properties will be maintained in perpetuity.
Habijacks chose the Newtown area to begin its NRI initiative. Made up of approximately 5,000 residents, over 1,500 of them are children. 35% are living in poverty, and about 40% of residents do not have high school diplomas. But since Habijacks began its Neighborhood Revitalization Initiative, Newtown is being transformed.
Newtown was not an area that I even wanted to drive through, let alone walk through. And now you have families that will take evening strolls, bike rides. You have children that can play in the street and just have whatever freedom that they want. So by Habijacks giving the Newtown area the opportunity of having these revitalized homes and building new homes and educating the families, it's built a wonderful community.
A sound home is what Habijacks addresses. I can see the living conditions being a very important part of reducing the dropout rate and increasing test scores for our young people. If those young people have a nice home environment, then that's half the battle. And Habijacks addresses that to the greatest extent that I know of.
The families that live in the community, their lives are changed. The families' lives are transformed. They feel safer. They are in a home that is safer, that is not substandard. They have a more secure life for their children, a more secure environment, and then they can also be more involved in the community. So transformation building and transformational lives, and that's the essence of what we do.
The NRI in Newtown offers Habijacks the opportunity to deliver a wider range of housing products to increase the number of families served. Complete rehabilitation of vacant, abandoned, and foreclosed homes, critical home repair, weatherization of homes, as well as owner-occupied cosmetic repair known as a brush with kindness.
With any home, you have to keep it in good repair. And sometimes the only thing it takes is just a little bit of help, especially for older people who are not physically able to do a lot of physical things that they used to do. And sometimes they have some of the resources, and they just need a little brush with kindness, to tell you the truth.
Habijacks, other than just building brand new houses, like our house, for example, our house built in 1942, they renovated everything brand new. It's got new roof, new plumbing, new wiring. Everything is just like you'd have in a brand new house. New carpeting, new paint. It's way more than what I expected.
This house is important to me because it's everything that my mother could have wanted it to be, plus more. Everything that you can imagine we've done in this house. We've cried here, we've loved each other here, we've prayed for one another here. We've done so many things. So for this house and for Habajacks to provide us the opportunity to have this home, I could say we're forever grateful.
And it just doesn't end when we build the home or when we paint the home or we do the repair. We're here, people come back to us, call us, we have relationships with them, and it's the theme of we want them to continue to be successful.
NRI is not a phase or a fad because it is an important concept for sustaining values for our homeowners going forward. And so this is not a flash in the pan. This is something that we plan on continuing from neighborhood to neighborhood to neighborhood.
The power that neighborhood revitalization has is giving people of those communities hope and inspiration to continue on.
Other than the day that my daughter was born, the closing date for my house was probably the proudest day of my life. It was very proud.
We have a lot to be grateful for here at Habajacks. None of our work would be possible without the support of community. The community has rallied around us for 23 years with extreme generosity. We want to continue to change lives, change communities, and we continue to need the support of the community.
Through community involvement and support, Habajacks has transformed the lives of over 1,800 homeowners. Today, Habajacks is making a difference in the Newtown neighborhood by not only building homes, but by renovating and revitalizing existing homes, giving residents hope and inspiration. That's the strength of neighborhood revitalization. Habajacks doesn't just build homes, Habajacks builds communities.